Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Hans. It's already midnight here and it's almost time for me to go to bed now. And just before going to bed, I thought that it would be good for me if I could share uh, some information to you about sleep apnea and how sleep apnea affect uh, your, your snoring and the quality of your life. When like 10 years back, when I was in my early 30s, I started snoring and I didn't even know because nobody knows that they are snoring. And a big example is my father, and he used to snore like really badly. And when I was like a teenager or in my early 20s, when he was snoring in his bedroom, like I couldn't sleep in my room. So every time I would have to go and knock at his door, and my mom has to turn him around so that he would stop snoring, and then I could go back to sleep. But every time we ask him, why do you snore? Why do you snore? He says he doesn't snore because he doesn't know that he's snoring. So that was the same case for me. When I started snoring, I didn't know that I was snoring. And it came to me that I started snoring when I moved to Canada, and I was in with a friend, and she was living. Her bedroom was by my side, by the side of my bedroom, and was just separated by a dry wall, a thin dry wall. So in the middle of the night, when I was snoring like really badly, she would wake up and then she would knock on the wall. Sometimes I wouldn't wake up, but sometimes I happen to wake up, and she would tell me that I am snoring, and I would say, I don't know. How can you say that I'm snoring? Then during those time when I used to wake up in the morning, though I was sleeping all night, but when I wake up in the morning, I feel like I'm far away now. I'm in the sky. I'm in the blues. Like I have my brain is foggy, and my knees they are weak. I don't have any energy, and my eyes were like puffy. And I thought it was just it's just normal circumstances of life. Like now I was in my 30s at the time, so I thought that it is a natural process. So I had to go for this. It's normal. But then my friend, I thank to her, she told me that oh, go to sleep laboratories, go to a sleep doctor, do a sleep test. And I listened to her. I went to the doctor. I went to my family doctor, and I explained that situation to him, and he referred me to the sleep lab. And one night I went to sleep in the sleep lab, and the doctor put some electrodes in my head, and he was monitoring the sleep wavelength during the night. And then when my results came, eventually I had a mild sleep apnea. And then I had an appointment with my doctor for the mild sleep apnea, and I had a chat with him. And then the doctor, while he was talking to me, I told him that, but why do I snore now? I never used to snore when I was much younger, like in my early teenage years, and my even in my mid 20s, I wasn't snoring. Then he asked me a simple question. He said, "Was your jaw always like that?" And at that time, I started changing because I didn't get big, but I was losing my muscle mass. I started putting on fat, so my muscle was shrinking, and fat were accumulating around, and my jaw also getting rounded, and my cheeks were getting rounded. So my jaw muscle, the bones were like almost digging inside. So they were almost buried. So when I was sleeping at night, all the weight that were hanging here because of the fat, they were collapsing like the flap here, like the windpipe. So when I sleep, all the weight goes down and they collapse on the windpipe. so that blocks the air circulation. So when you block the air circulation, your heart is pumping like in vain, like in the emptiness. And this is very bad for your heart. It can give you a heart attack. Oh, and not just heart attack. Over the time, it can wreck all your hormone. It can give you diabetes, and it can also give you like Alzheimer, like you because your brain cells are being damaged during your sleep because you are not getting enough oxygen during the sleep. And all this because all the weight that are being accumulated, they are collapsing the windpipe. So I said, I asked the doctor, so what is the solution to this problem now? He said, for the moment, you can sleep with a mouth guard. Um, it's like a brace. You just put it in the mouth, under your like on your teeth, so that the jaw does not fall down and doesn't collapse when I sleep. And I say, what happened if this doesn't work? Then he say, then I would have to sleep with a CPAP machine. And I was wondering about the CPAP machine, and I went on the computer to check how a CPAP machine looked like. And I said, I'm never going to be able to sleep with a CPAP machine, and if I have to wake up in the middle of the night to go to the washroom, I had to just walk with that machine with me. No, so it's no way I'm going to do that. Then I said, if the difference is because of the change in the facial features that is making me snore, so why don't I do a reverse? So then that's why I started getting into the fitness routine. I started doing all kind of like I use all kind of techniques, all kind of routine, change my nutrition just to transform myself from what I was, like a skinny fat, rounded face with like rounded cheeks, like puffy cheeks, to now. And now when I sleep, I don't have any problem. I don't snore, and I wake up with lots of energy, fresh. My brain is sharp. I don't have brain fog anymore. And I even monitor if I'm snoring, because sometimes I put my phone on a voice recording to check, and then the next day I play it, like it's an 8 hour recording. I play it to listen if there is at any point there has been any kind of snoring, but no, there is no such kind of snoring. And I even asked my friend in the next room, did you hear me snoring during the night? No, they never hear me snoring. And it's noticeable also when I wake up in my energy level also. I am totally different. I'm fresh, I'm energized, and I don't have those eye bags, I don't have those puffy cheeks, I don't have any kind of brain fog. I'm clear, I'm sharp in my mind. So fitness is very important if you want to, if you have, especially if you have sleep apnea. So it's a good time like to start and get going and do the transformation. Your health is in your hand. And on that, I would say thank you very much for watching my video, and good night. Goodbye.